present and our push as well. We've been definitely working on tying in and pressure on the kicker, so defence will definitely win us the game, but we've got to earn the right to get out of our red zone and play some good footy in the green zone. So I'm definitely looking for it. Girls up for a good challenge, but yeah, we're definitely up for it.
So Sydenham won the local club comp down in Canterbury, and 6 teams making up the championship, which was bigger than it has been. Here's the lineup for Charlotte Scanlon's squad, and once again, plenty of talent in this one as well.
Yeah, look out for Moana Cook in number 9 jersey, and she's got a great pairing with number 7, Lydia Turua-Quidley. Both of them come out of the same club, Richmond Roses, but they've been playing rugby league together for quite some time. And they've also got Pickering then and Amosa Tero in the front as well. So just plenty of talent to work with, and we'll just see how clinical this team can be today.
Charlotte Scanlon is coaching the squad.
Kia ora, Charlotte, welcome to Ngā Pūnaoi Sports Hub. What can we expect out of the Falcons today?
For me, it's about our defensive effort. Last week we kind of were a bit loose around the ruck, so our A and B is getting tighter. We need to make sure that we complete better this week. Last week it was a bit, we got away with the win, but I think for our standards they need to be a bit higher there.
Awesome, and have you got a player or two we could expect to watch out for on today's game?
Yeah, we have Roy back at 13, and she's a solid defender. She's played back when we won for the national comp, so for me it's about her experience and stepping up into that space.
So 3 squads coming out of Tamaki Makaurau. We have the Stingrays, obviously, the Akarana Falcons, and the Vulcans as well. So well represented, the big smoke. But Canterbury are on the grow, and that's something we can really enjoy looking forward to this afternoon. Great to have you with us here from Ngā Pūnaoi Stadium. It's part of our double header here on Sky Sport. Later, the Whalers will be playing host to the Stingrays. But for now, we're underway. It's the Akarana Falcons running left to right, and the traditional red and black trim of Canterbury right to left. Good to have you with us here on Sky Sport Women's Premiership 2024. And the kickoff and first opportunity with the ball in hand. Well, once again, you can't win the game at the start, so you really just have to get into your work and make sure that your tackles are effective and that your sharp focus on your defensive work is to the fore. That's Kaya Atai, the back row. Roy Mata Amosa Tiro, if they spoke of her from the start, and she breaks straight through. Well, that's an ominous sign, Taylor.
Absolutely, that's just one way, 30 seconds to break open the game. Roy Mata Amosa Tero showing plenty of speed off the back end of that, but she just absolutely penetrated the line perfectly. And here is how it opened up originally, just a little bit of a show and go, and she just got on the outside of her defender there in the number 10 jersey, Irene McGarthy. Just a bit of miscommunication between the Canterbury side, but beautifully heads up play from Roy Mata Amosa Tero.
I tell you what, it's the start that you wouldn't want as a coach when you go, oh my goodness. But look, a bit of nerves early on. Let's hope that was a rarity. But interesting too, we're just seeing the praises of Roy as her coach calls her. And she is a real talent, isn't she, Roy Mata? First game this year. Of course, she was in the squad that won the tournament a couple of years ago, but she's got a massive engine. Comes out of the Lions Club, and quick up, and it's 6-0. So certainly one to keep an eye on.
Fantastic work. Yes, the Canterbury girls, they would have been talking about it. They'll want to keep an eye on her and shut her down. And it's just the early stages of the game, like you mentioned, just a little bit of nerves and calms, but for Akarana, you just want ball in hand and just chance your arm nice and early.
Well, you'd know better than anyone, Taylor, too. You know, this is a shop front, and we know with the growth of the women's game, not just here in New Zealand, Aussie, in England, really the quality of football's on such an improve that these are great chances for those who are aiming to go higher to do just that. Well, that's a good response, as it turns out, for the Cantabrians. That one eludes Kaiate and finds its way into touch here on the broadcast side. As I say, the track's looking in fantastic condition. It's a wonderful multi-sport facility for the people of Christchurch, but a quite intimidating place at times for those who travel there. And no doubt Our co-host here, co-commentator, will be heading that way soon. So now it's Canterbury with the football. And it's to be played by Shade McGregor Pako. A drop-off on the inside finds MacArthur. Plenty of enthusiastic defence from the Falcons, as you would expect. Sears has the ball to the back rower, Akarana. Good play, well set at the moment. 5 metres out from the try line. Can Canterbury bounce back and answer that early try with one of their own? And here is a penalty.
Yeah, you want to be celebrating those wins nice and early too. It gets in the heads of the opposition just to get that penalty. And it's a good chance here. Canterbury in a good position in the field.
Full set at their disposal. 10 out from the line. A settler would be appropriate. As Big Harmony, Simiale takes the football towards the line. She won't get there this time. Good solid wall of Akarana defenders put her away. 3 metres out from the try line, just to the right-hand side of the posts. Working it out the right edge, fed towards the line, and the big run is rewarded as well. Lupe Manu scores in the corner for the Cantabrians. What a wonderful response.
Absolutely, and off the back of the mistake from Akarana, nice and early. Originally it was just from the run from the beautiful, strong ball carrier, Sima Ale. She took 5 defenders in with her, and then just the nous of Rapira to realise there was an overlap on that right-hand edge. Like you said, Manu still had to work for it. Strong left-hand fend to get over the line. You're going to need to put more than one body on her to stop her.
Well, just a little unforced error from the kickoff and field position in favour of Canterbury. Lupe Manu, like you, I was wondering if she could have used her player on the right, but in the end put the big fend on and was able to crash across the line. Only a metre in from touch on the far side. Wonderful response here for the Canterbury squad. Very difficult conversion from wide out. Not a lot of wind. I'm not looking at flags. I'm looking at her here beside her ears to work out which way the wind is coming from. Not a bad effort though, although waved away. 6-4 scoreline early on. Well, if that's an example of what we're going to witness here this afternoon, Taylor should be in for a bit of fun.
Absolutely. It's just what you're able to do off the mistakes of another side, and you get yourself another fresh set here. It's beautifully worked. Like you said, there was 2 supporter players out there, but Manu did not need any of that one.
Well, Charlotte Scanlon at the helm here of the Akarana women. She's very experienced, having had a run, I think, with the NRLW for the Knights. Certainly has been to 2 World Cups, Charlotte. So a player that has tremendous respect from those in the women's game here at NZ. We're back underway. 6-4 scoreline. Just 6 minutes gone. Time to steady the ship, you'd think here. Canterbury take a couple of tackles. Some conservatism might be appropriate here on this set. It's always good to control the set after scoring.
Absolutely, and it's just to hit up, and there's some big barnstorming runs already, but just some good tackles from Akarana. They're putting in 3 defenders just to slow down the ball slightly.
Waina Cook involved in the tackle initially, but I like the lines that are being employed at the moment here from Canterbury. Once again, Show back up on the inside. Umanga's already had a touch of the football. Cook once again over the top, supported by Alia. Another good carry, solid as barging run from the big prop forward, Simaele. Well, good inroads in this set for Canterbury. Promising as they go wide. The ball eludes players on the far side of the field. And the first turnover. But promising effort with the set off the back of scoring.
Yeah, that was fantastic effort from the Canterbury, especially Harmony Simaele. She's gaining a lot of metres already. You want to chop her down nice and early.
Solid D from Irene MacArthur once again. MacArthur's certainly one to look out for. Good defence. Shade McGregor, a teacher at Hyatton Community College, Shade McGregor plays for the Woolston Club, and now another chance here for Canterbury.
Yeah, there's fantastic amount of crowd noise coming on at the moment, backing the Canterbury side, and why wouldn't you? You can feel the energy. They've got their tails up, and they can see that there's something brewing here.
Lupe Manu with the quick play of the ball. Everyone's lining up, certainly the playmaker at the moment, McGregor Pakau. Getting themselves well set here, Canterbury. Can they go back to back? Short side play. Kyla Lynch-Brown gets away from the first attempted tackle. She's grasped by Tudor Quedley. Here's Sears. And then the kick into the end goal. Let's see how it goes. It's taken at the back by the Falcons. It's a very good set once again from Canterbury, pushing themselves all the way downfield. And the Falcons now in their red zone. Just want to steady the ship from their end as well as they take it out. Solid D once again, Semaile. Really working hard to prop forward, out of dummy half, peeling back the meters too with a smart darting run. That's Kaylin Takitimu Cook. And another penalty here for the Falcons.
Yeah, that was just a little bit unfortunate there. MacArthur just got a little bit high, but it was Takitimu Cook there. She took it off the base of the ruck and just slightly got caught in the seatbelt tackle of MacArthur.
35 out from the try line. Great start to the game. 9 gone, 6-4 scoreline. Falcons with the football. It's Naomi Uasili Purcell into the mix out of dummy half. Moana Cook peeling back some meters herself and then flung to ground to the tackle of Katie Aruna. On the 40-meter line, back rower, Amosa Tiro once again. She flicks the ball back and a double knock on. It'll be a scrum feed here for Canterbury.
Good work from Akarana just to get themselves out of that red zone. That at the moment, Canterbury are just absolutely pushing them into that area. This is the first scrum of the game. Great opportunity for Canterbury Bulls just to start the set off.
Well, after being stung by the back rower, Canterbury have really settled now. They're starting to display what the coach was hoping they might, which is a tighter approach. Is that ball back on the inside? A little bit of a juggle, still holding on to it as well. Defensive work for Aloina Malay-Sao. Sears, busy, good passing game. Steady as they go. To her feet, the try scorer Manu. Isolated here, McGregor Pakau. And across the top, Ate on the defensive work. Canterbury looking to get it moving down the left edge. Talented centre with the football, scragged somewhat, will want the quick play of the ball. Looks up for some support from the referee. It's not forthcoming. It's Arona. Then back into the middle they come. Good tough run here from Irene MacArthur. Aruna acting half. Backdoor play. Sears gets the kick in, putting it deep. This one's eluded Paulina Morris-Bonga at the back, but she does recover. And then a little flick pass, smart. But the defensive work there, solid as well from Janaya Mata. Well, they're really showing their intent at the moment, the host squad. Played at a good clip, both teams getting themselves into the mix. Lynch-Brown there with McGregor Pakau. Coming up to 12 minutes, very competitive, these two teams. After what could be deemed a shaky start, but out to the right wing. And Takitimu Cook just couldn't hold it. And a knock on. Canterbury will get possession in just a moment.
Fantastic defensive effort from Canterbury as well, just to shoot up there. We just saw that there was an overlap. Lydia Turo Quidley, she could recognise it, just unfortunately couldn't find the hands of Takitimu Cook. Otherwise, she's a hard winger to stop when she's in open space. You might want to watch out for that one coming later on in the game.
Looks as though there might have been a Canterbury hand touching the football. Sears playing off the back of the scrum, and once again, using the hard-running second rower, Lupe Manu. Been very impressive thus far. This ball's been jarred loose. And trying to scramble with it. Canterbury do come up with it. Bandied up and getting herself involved. Slow to get to her feet. Sears pointing. Like a traffic cop at the moment as the ball ends up in the hands of Umanga. She's muscled to ground as well. Great defence on show here from both squads. It's Sears. Another useful carry from Mata. Sears, and just an eye off the ball there momentarily as well. It's gone to ground. Ill afford that one for Canterbury.
Yeah, just slightly a little bit messy there. Both sides struggling to complete the full set at the moment. But you could like the work from Caitlin Sears, the hooker for Canterbury, just directing her pack around the field. She's making sure that they're set up on both sides, which just keeps the Akarana Falcons defence honest and on their toes.
Well, this is the sort of start that you want. You know, we're just applauding the growth in the quality of the women's game. And of course, we've got internationals coming up as well. So plenty of prospects for those who can shine in our regional competitions. Great to have you with us here on Sky Sport. Pleased to be able to bring plenty of action from the Men's Championship, Premiership, Women's Premiership as well over the next 4 or 5 weeks. Well, not as easy this time for Roimata Amusa Tiro, who's wrapped up. Everyone sensed the danger that she carries. Speaking of carries, and a good one right there as we go to halfway. Quick play the ball to out of dummy half, holding it nicely. Cook. Fit, good distribution game, good passing game. Tudor Quedley pushes back to Musatino, once again slices them open. Musatino and outruns them to the line. We'll talk of class. The back row has got it in spades.
Oh, she's a fantastic player, isn't she? I already mentioned to watch out for her, but she's just got good sleight of hand. A little show and go and slicing straight through the defence. She got the wide ball initially that cut out 2 defenders from Canterbury. And just one ball in hand too. She doesn't need the fend to finish that off, but she's such a good, strong ball carrier. She's just one of those players that are looking for support players around her, but she doesn't need it. Roimata Amosatero, strong finish.
Very good. Certainly a danger player. I could say she's got a massive engine and, you know, a wonderful tackler. And so that gives an opportunity for Caitlin Takitimu-Cook, ex-rugby player, in her first year playing rugby league for the Richmond Roses. And she's very fast, got plenty of potential. Also says Charlotte Scanlon, the coach of this squad. And this is pretty straightforward for her. Christchurch looking beautiful this Sunday afternoon. And next game too, coming to you from Forsyth Bar Stadium in Dunedin, the Whalers and the Stingrays. Takitimu Cook adding the extras, duly achieved. So a great start here for the Akarana Falcons. Both teams coming off wins from last week, and certainly the Falcons have been solid with their 2 tries to the back rower as we get another look, throwing the audacious dummy, sliding through, and really loved the way she took on Dana Napa and was able to get around her to score. 12-4 scoreline. Obviously, they've got to put a big X or a target on the back rowers here, don't they? I don't mean that, you know, in a mean way. It's just, you've just got to keep an eye on her.
Absolutely. Well, at the moment, anytime that she's got ball in hand, she's just doing a little show and go and straight through. So she's not looking to pass. So you just want to wrap her up and take away your options straight away.
If you just joined us, this is round 2 of the Sky Women's Premiership from the NZRL, and this is Ngāpunawa Stadium, and Christchurch there's a knock on. So Canterbury will get the scrum.
Well, we saw last time just before, straight off the kickoff, any mistake coming from Akarana, Canterbury were able to execute off it, off their strong ball carriers that they've got. Semaile and then Lupu Manu was the one that finished it, so we'll be able to see what they're able to do right here.
What we are seeing is this crossover between rugby and rugby league. You see a lot of our wonderful sevens players now playing in the NZRLW. These situations wouldn't have arisen in years past, but it's a potential now. And as mentioned, some of these players turned out yesterday, playing the 15 women code. Sears has the ball. Here's a great chance for Canterbury. Again, Lupe Manu shows that she is a player with conviction and courage. She takes it to the ground. She's now 15 metres, in fact 25, out from the line as Rapida sends it back on the inside. Beautiful defence, big and tough as well from Joanna Naomi Purcell.
Oh, it's fantastic to see Joanna back into the game. Or any sorts, really. She's a good union player too, but she hurt her leg. She broke it a couple of years ago, but to see she's done the rehab to come back, she's a strong player.
Here's Katie Arona. Great chance here to score themselves. Lynch Brown looking for some power work, and she gets it from Mata once again. Good platform to lay here from Mata to her feet, 5 out from the line. Lynch Brown over the top. Ambitious, smart. Let's have a look and see how it finishes. Sensible play from the winger. Recognised she was under threat of being pushed across the sideline. Goes to ground. Still with it. Canterbury keeping it alive. Little offload as well into the hands of Gates Thorne. She'll go to ground 5 metres out from the try line. Some big D needed here from the Falcons. Have Canterbury got what's needed as the drive to the line is smart. Katie Arona thinks she scored. The referee's having a look. Has he called it home? Yes, he has. And Katie Arona is in to score just exactly what Canterbury needed as we get another look at it.
It's a great heads-up play. Well, there we see Akarana. They think it was a slight shepherding on that one. Couldn't get there to complete the tackle, but play on. You got to keep playing till the ref blows his whistle on that one. And Katie Arona, good little heads-up play and finish there straight under the sticks as well. Gives themselves a handy position to put in a couple of more points.
What a lot of the team do like to, a lot of these players are mums, you know, they come back, they go and have their babies, families, and then think, I want to stay fit. I like the contact sport, and I like the camaraderie or whanangatanga that exists in the team environment. So they've come back, and that's the situation with Katie as well. I think her Pepe just celebrated first birthday from the Hornby Club, and a very good leader as well as a good finisher, as we just saw. I take your point too. For a moment I thought she might have run into her own player as Sears adds the extras. 12-10. Well, a competitive game here. Good to have you with us as we get another look at it. It was Sears who sends it there, and Arona sort of bounced out of the tackle of Kaya Atai, and it's to score under the posts, or between the posts, I should say. So 12-10. Exciting to see, and Canterbury is settling into their work.
Absolutely, it's a great contest between these two sides. Both of them playing slightly different. You can see Canterbury like to pass it through their hands a lot more, which really just tests the defence from Akarana. But Akarana, they're very, very set in their piece at the moment, and you can just see that it's waiting for them. Something to talk about going into the second half.
Well, everyone wants a tough game, and this is where it starts too. From the back fence, hauling it forwards, Irene MacArthur. She gets the quick play of the ball, and Sears looks for someone to just sort of double up on the emphasis and the impact. Anika Gates-Thorne provides that. Oh, some solid D as well coming in from the other side as Akarana. So, well, hey, we're not taking this one lying down. Kaya Atai is working very hard on her defensive work. Another run on the angle here for Ripena Umanga. This is good play from Canterbury. This time giving the ball some space through the hands of Rapida on the far side of the field. Lovely to the wing on the far side, driven towards touch. And pushed out, another tackle was made. Dana Nupper gets a chance to play the ball again. Falcons connections. Bewildered somewhat. Lovely take here from Mate. Still alive, Kaya. And eventually is shut down by two defenders. Oh, the competitiveness on show here is a real credit to both squads. Takitimu Cook on the carry. There's Moana Cook. Fullbacks, Shania Louis. The coach really acknowledging Shania's defensive qualities, particularly her cover defence. This time though earning a penalty. Moana Cook just getting some instructions. It's the tap and go. Louis on the inside. And the ball away to Louis. Pulled down 12 from the line. Cook, here's some numbers down the left side. Danger time for Canterbury. Dummy in the run to the line. Can the pass get away? This is brilliant play. And a try down the left edge. Fantastic combinations on show here for the Falcons as Paulina Morris-Bonga is the benefactor down the left edge. Some beautiful lead-up work and a wonderful four-pointer there for the Falcons.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Originally, you could see it came from the strong ball carrier and then support play from Shania Louis. They had the options left and right, and then just to keep the ball in motion too. The tackle wasn't completed, so just the ability to catch them off, and there was numbers. Morris-Bonga pulling it around in front of the post as well, making it easier for the extras. Fantastic work from Akarana.
Got a lot of heart. Paulina Morris-Bonga, but she'll be paying tribute on the flight home to those on her inside. Beautiful couriering of the football, chain passing, and a great understanding displayed there, close to the line. And a great four-pointer. We'll get a chance to have a look at that in the highlights reel at half-time, but loving the way that these players are really trying their hand up through the middle, and if that's not working, they're trying to throw a bit of the latitude game together. 16-10 the scoreline here. Port Hills in the background. Let's see if this will split the sticks. And the flags are up. Or half up, I'd have to say. They didn't exactly throw them in the air, did they, Taylor?
No, they didn't. It was just a little show. And here we see the slight little interchange of passing between Akarana. It was just great to see they had the numbers there on the left-hand side, standing in a nice little shape. And ignited originally from Moana Cook too, just looking up and recognising the numbers that they had in the support. Fantastic finish from Morris-Bonga.
And of course the number 3 was good as well. Heni Lokotui has come through the young pathways that are being created. We didn't used to have them stepping stones into higher representative honours, but that's starting to be developed now. 18-10. 35-minute halves here in the women's game as Caitlin Sears restarts. Caitlin's actually been named in the Canadian Rugby League team, so she's getting a bit of game time.
That's amazing. That's great to see the opportunity to represent your ties as well, and just to be able to play in a competition here in New Zealand and take it back with you.
Well, she's playing rugby for Canterbury as well, Caitlin Sears. She's in 9. You can see she's very experienced as we get the roll on once again here, as they want to restate their authority, but a little mistake allows Canterbury to get hold of the football. Pretty parochial crowd in the stand. Might be a small crowd, but they're having a lot of fun by the sounds of things, Taylor.
They're absolutely mighty in the way that they like to bring in their cheers for the side. For Canterbury, well, that's again disrupting Akarana's set at the moment.
Taylor Curtis wing for the Counties Monaco Stingrays, and of course Sky Sport presenter and Otala Scorpion, sister?
Absolutely love that club.
Loving the Scorps out the south side. And if you have just joined us, the Falcons are coming off a win last week but they knocked over the Vulcans 30 points to 24. That's a good run on the far side of the field by the fullback, Paige Roberts. Canterbury, on the other hand, 22-8 winners over the Wellington Orcas. Bailey Rapira taking the ball in. First year of the Bulls for Bailey. Plays for the Woolston Club in Christchurch. No way through that time for Gates Thorne. But a willingness to get involved. Here's Sears once again. Peels it across to the legs. Lynch Brown sends it on the inside for Umanga once again. And Ripena Umanga. That's powerhouse running. That's inspiring for her teammates as well. Canterbury starting to ask a few questions here of the Falcons' defence. Out to McGregor Paco. Angles back into the middle, comes Shade. And then she's grasped. 8 metres out for the try line. Good opportunity here for Canterbury to fire one back at their opponents. That ball's been popped. Still numbers on the right side. Grub it to the end goal. The chase is on. The dive is there. Beautiful finish. That's what we're looking for here in the women's game. Going from strength to strength. Is that Paige Roberts on the right side?
Absolutely. What a heads-up play as well. And slight hand from Bailey Rapira, just boot to ball. They had the numbers out on that right-hand side, but she decided to just chance her own with a beautifully weighted kick and a nice finish and chase with Paige Roberts on the end of that one.
Way to go, Paige. Good stuff. She could easily have bobbled it, but just had her time. She looked up to see where the defenders were, and she had a little bit of time, so that ensured her accuracy there to pick the ball up, get it across the line. Really entertaining game here this afternoon, and just what you'd want to see here in the Sky Sport Women's Premiership.
Yeah, that ball, absolutely. You almost thought it was going to head on out, but it just bounced up and just held in the air long enough for Paige Roberts to collect, and like you said, just with so much calm and ease to place it down. Fantastic effort from Canterbury side.
So we better give a cooey to your old man, I guess. Hey, do you reckon he'll be watching, or he's sort of so hard out rugby we'll be watching Tasman in the Ranfurly Cup?
He'll definitely be watching Tasman Marco Ranfurly Shield.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's the first time Tasman have held the Ranfurly Shield in the competition's history, so they'll want to see Tasman keep hold of it, but he's a big fan of rugby league since my sister and I have started playing.
Can't buy Taylor's from Nelson, so big up to all of our viewers through Sky Sport in Nelson today. Really entertaining game of rugby league here in round 2 of the Women's Premiership. 18-14, 3 tries apiece. So here's your restart. Lots to like about what we're seeing here. The attitude on show. Another good run. Fabulous. That's Janaya Mata. Janai's from the Hornby Club. Katane Ding plays for the men's team, Canterbury men's team. Ding Grace. So Janaya Mata once again getting herself involved. Plenty of courage on show here today from the Cantabrians. Sears, back door into the hands of Rapida. Angles the kick to the far side of the field. Pressure on too. The chase is there, Paige Roberts. Wonderful chase from Canterbury.
Yeah, it was fantastic kick chase. They had the numbers there, 2 and 3, and Roberts putting on 2 tackles in a row there. That's fantastic work effort from her, and just to stay alive and connected. They're pushing up on the inside. Those A's are coming up, which are the first defenders back off the rock. And the markers are staying nice connected here, shutting down Akarana at the moment.
And this Wahine having a go here today as Shania Louis takes the ball forward. These experienced hands, like the player with the ball in hand, Moana Cook, will be needed. That one drifted forward. Canterbury get another opportunity in close range. Not sure that Moana agreed with the referee's assessment, but another great opportunity here. Midway between the 30 and 40 for the Canterburyans in enemy territory.
Oh, that was ever so slightly. You'd almost be forgiven there. Moana Cook, hard done by there, slightly forward, but got to go with the ref at the moment. Akarana struggling to finish their sets. They are leading this game, and I know the potential that they do bring in this side. So there'll be something they want to talk about going into the half. They're so lethal once they get firing.
It's such a neat time of year for rugby league. These players would have been watching what's happening yesterday. Of course, some wonderful footy on show. Melbourne, Penrith, outstanding. And in fact, can't inspire when you see the quality of the ball. I don't know what will. This is Kirita Agafili. See, is liking what we're seeing here. Once again, Mata. Well, there's no substitute for a big forward. And Janaya is that. Just goes straight. Holding it up nicely. Rapida, beautiful. That one just got away from Paige Roberts. The delivery to her from Napa. Just offline. But gee, you can see a real willingness to have a dig. And that's impressive here from both teams. Really entertaining first half of rugby league. Just a minute and a half or so to play here. And we get a chance to have a look at those tries too off the back of the halftime hooter. You see the angled run this time from Morris Punga. Once again, Sears continues to impress with defensive qualities and the way she's reading the game. Picking up Cook and dispatching Moana. Nice work there from Katie Arona. Ball down. Canterbury swarming. Now they get the scrum feed and perhaps the last roll of the dice here in the first half at Ngapunawai Stadium. Round 2 of the Sky Sport Women's Premiership. Wanting to get the scrum set quickly. And to feed that scrum is Kyla Lynch-Brown. Little slow to pack it. Falcons, plenty to talk about at halftime. And the referee will call it off. And that was a really intriguing first half of rugby league here in the Women's Championship.
Yeah, you can see a great display of rugby league between two sides. They're playing it slightly different at the moment. Canterbury, they're able to shift the ball wide and get it to those edges. And then Akarana, at the moment, they've been really relying on Roemata and Mosatero to finish off those tries right through the middle of the Canterbury defence. Fantastic arm wrestle that we've got on our hands.
It's been a doozy of a game. Hope you're enjoying it at home today too. Let's take a break. It's 18-14. Falcons lead the Bulls here at Ngapunawai and Christchurch. Back soon. Kia ora no, hoki maila, great to have you back too. And a really interesting situation here as the Falcons lead this one, but just the one try in it, 18-14. In fact, it was because of a couple of missed conversions. But it started off with a hiss and a roar for Amosa Tiro, who scored 2 tries. This is the first of them, just a dummy and away. And I don't think a minute had elapsed.
It's literally, like you said, 30 seconds for Akarana to put on a first try of the first half. Then Canterbury were able to execute with a strong ball carry from the woman herself, Lupu Manu, just to finish off in the right-hand corner.
And then it was a bit scary because we see Musatilo do it again. Watch how she holds the ball, holds it, shows it, a little bit of a dummy, and then decides to take on the defender and is able to run around the defender to score twice. At that stage, I thought, gee, this could go anywhere. But to their credit, Canterbury came back with another gutsy carry, this time from Arona, the back rower. Sort of bounces out of the tackle and then is in to score under the crossbar.
Yeah, and then Akarana, they were able to see that they had numbers on that left-hand side and a little bit of the chain reaction of passing the ball through the hands for Morris Ponga to finish that one round. And like a good winger, she comes around and tries to get nice and close to the posts.
And some good work for Canterbury as they forced their way downfield and got themselves into a position. Lovely hands here, threading the needle, Rapira, and then beautifully picked up on the far side for Paige Roberts. Didn't get converted. Go Bailey Rapira. Go you good thing. That's what the fans are saying down there. And there's plenty to enjoy here in this one. It's round 2. And at halftime, it's 18-14. Stay with us. We'll take a quick break. And then we'll be back for the start of the second half here at Ngāpunaoi Stadium in Christchurch. The Falcons and Canterbury doing battle in the Sky Sport Women's Premiership right here on Sky. Thanks for sharing part of your Sunday afternoon with us here from Ngāpunaoi Stadium, and it is a close one. The Akarana Falcons 18-14 leaders over Canterbury. Taylor, some teams opt to stay out on the footy field and some opt to go back into the sheds. What's the approach the Stingrays utilise here?
At the moment, we've stuck to staying outside at the moment, just being in the environment. I actually don't think we've really spoken about why, but I actually enjoy staying out and out there, just getting yourself set and ready.
Well, we've been treated to a pretty dynamic first half of action with 3 tries apiece. And really, at this stage, it's anyone's game. I guess the Falcons, just through the quality of the women's game in Auckland and the increased number of teams that are playing, might have gone in as a favourite, but not by much when you consider the effort that Canterbury put in last week. To their credit, Canterbury have really muscled up here, and some of their big women are having a huge impact on the game. Who stood out for you for Canterbury?
Well, absolutely. You've got Lupe Manu, she's the try scorer, and then you've got Harmony Simi-Ele. You want to use those ball carriers because they're gaining metres so quickly. But what's really impressed me with the Canterbury side is their defence. They're able to throw Akarana straight onto their back, and it just slows that ball down even more so. And then Akarana, they'll be in their circles at the moment talking about that they're pretty much handing Canterbury the opportunity to play the game because they haven't been able to complete as many sets, and just a little bit of penalties coming through. We've seen 2 forward passes at the moment, which is uncharacteristic from them. So if they clean up those, you can see Akarana really putting on a second half effort.
Important that we create the pathways here for improved performance with the rise and professionalism of the game with the NRLW. The international calendar is starting to look fuller, so there's great opportunity. Do you think academies and pathways of that nature are going to be an important aspect to the development of the women's game over the next few years?
Yeah, definitely. It's something that they really need to focus on. Coming from union to league, that's something they have missed, is that high performance and the backing behind that. But you can see the competition is so fierce and there's so much talent out there. The women are wanting that high performance thing, and that's something that they're looking to bring through, and especially with the Warriors coming through next year.
Well, the Hornby Club, for instance, is an example. A number of the players still eligible for under 18 representative honours. You've got the South Island Pathways, the Scorpions as well, under 20s competitions. So the more we see of women's rugby league, and let's celebrate it for a moment because the quality's been so good. When you watch the NRLW, you know, if you're not watching women or men, you're watching footballers, and you know, you can't help but delight in the way that the quality of the games have improved, the fitness levels, the agility, the preparation. It's just been exceptional. So a great boost. The growth area of the Rugby League Code undoubtedly is women's rugby league. As we get underway for the restart, it will be Akarana playing from right to left. And a big challenge, but a doable challenge here for the host squad, the Canterbury Wahine. Sears, well, she's pointing in all directions. Eventually earns the penalty, though. And that'll be a valuable one as they kick to the far side of the field.
Yeah, you could see Caitlin Sears looking at the ref like, come on, they're holding her down far too long, trying to slow that one down. Oh, couldn't quite find touch.
Oh, well, that's an interesting one, Taylor. That doesn't happen very often. She kicked the ball and her teammate caught it before it went into touch. Can't say I've seen that one for a long time, if at all. Wanted to put that one onto the highlights reel.
Yeah, just lucky it found the hands of her winger.
Prop forward time. Karting time this time. Karitanga Fili is in jersey number 8. This is Mata. She had some good touches last time around in the first 35. And Janaya wants to get to her feet, but is held up somewhat. Sears holds the pass. Then finds Lynch Brown. Defence swarm her. Lynch Brown wrapped up in the tackle of Kaya Atai. Be good if they could get away to a good start, and the 8 again with another shunting run, full of attitude. Karitanga Fili. Lots to like about the way she carries the football, and disappointingly for the home team, just couldn't control that ball, and it went to the ground. Bailey Rapida, and her defence to pass was perhaps just a little forward of where she needed it to be. Akarana with the football.
Yeah, great little reaction here from Akarana. They've got straight to their speedsters here, and they're just penetrating the line a little bit wider, getting out to that two or third defender at the moment.
Louis onto Lokotui. Swarmed by Lynch Brown, who gets across the top for Canterbury. This is Savannah. Ulesi Purcell who has the football. Savannah plays it for Cook. Cook on the roll to Sekunde. Back on the inside. Cook loses it. Goes behind it. Play on. To the back. Finds Louis. Gets the left foot kick. Now this bounce is going to be important. Goes kindly to Paige Roberts. As the number 1 on her back. Playing on the right wing here for Canterbury at this stage of the game. Dana Napa. And a knock on, so it'll be frustrating as the Falcons celebrate.
Yeah, that was good work from Sekene just to put a little bit of pressure on the half there and force that drop ball. Handy position for Akarana now. You can see that they've come into the second half with a lot more intent, a lot more steam coming into this.
Like to pick socks.
Same, absolutely love it.
Ball's gone down, good defence. Canterbury putting some pressure on here. Fullback, oh that's solid, huh? That's solid stuff. Louise Tuffer gets to her feet quickly. Lokotui has the football. Pressure on here, let's see what the Falcons can deliver. Up by 4. Great chance at the start of the second half. Good charging and direct run this time. Alicia Taylor is in strip number 18 out the back door. Nice play. Shot for the corner. And a wonderful try for Paris Pickering down the right edge. Good play for the Falcons since they had an opportunity and were able to capitalise.
Yeah, that was beautiful shape shown there from Akarana. They could see they had 3 defenders in front of them, and Lydia, fantastic work from the half. Turoa Quidley just slightly straightening up there and getting it through the hands into Paris Pickering. She's a strong ball carrier. Great finish there and great response to the second half start for Akarana. They'll be very happy with that one.
Yes, very good run from Paris Pickering. Very versatile too, has been also playing in the back row, but used out wide for this head out by coach Charlotte Scanlon. Mount Albert and Richmond make up the majority of the squad. Of course, there are some players from Glenfield as well, so good to see.
Yeah, it just makes all the difference when you've had players that have played alongside each other and just getting the combination between them. Like Turua Quidley and Cook and then Pickering, they're all from the Richmond Roses, so they're just so used to getting that timing off each other. You can see on that right-hand edge, just the heads-up play to recognise they had the numbers. An executor like that, fantastic from Pickering.
Alicia Taylor's having a run as well in 18. It's just gone in front of the uprights. So no extras there. 22-14, here's another look. Nice finish. And out wide there, the number 2 just couldn't quite get there. Merikanathi. So 22-14, and you're watching the first of a double header here. Next up as well, action coming to you from the Men's Championship here on Sky. Blanket coverage of the NZRL Premierships. There's been a lot of rugby league, national secondary schools. Also, scouts are plenty, as you'd imagine there. And just from this side of the Tasman, they're all over the place coming up. It's the Otago Whalers and the county's Manukau Stingrays. The Whalers knocking over Waikato last week. The Stingrays, in fact, it was knocked over Waikato last week. So there's the kickoff. Important that Canterbury stay focused here on their defensive work, because the talent that exists in the Akarana Falcons squad significant. Hannah Parsons in 21, working hard here. Across the top goes Gates Thorne. Anika, this is Cook. Short side play. Back on the inside for Malay Sao. And that's good, solid work from Shania Mata, putting away Amosa Tino, the back rower, as we know, poses a constant threat. Beautiful showing, then going as well by Kira Marisa Kene. Going to take my hat off to her as Lokotui gets to play the ball. 7.5 gone in the second half. Here's the kick of Sikone. Bounce important, eludes everyone at the back. And as you can see, a little bit of wind around, seems to be coming from right to left. And favouring the Falcons, I think, by the looks of the flag there from the touch judge.
Yeah, that was a great weighted kick from Sakina as well. She held it slightly to the side of it, so once she connected, it was going to be spinning left anyway.
Canterbury with the football. We just take it easy, get to the back end of the sets. I've been very impressed with how the big Wahine have been taking the ball forward. Full of attitude. And Karitanga Philly, they really have put a nice layer onto the work of their squad as Shade McGregor Pacau is wrapped up. Back rower showing she's handy on attack and defence. Roi Mata showing it on the inside, but taking it in goes MacArthur once again. And everyone just shirked the tough stuff through the middle. And Sears thinks it's time to send it south. Beautiful defence. Oh, solid as. Putting Paulina Morris Ponga away to the fullback, Louis. Some solid work coming as Takitimu Cook has a darting run. Some good rhythm coming into their game at the moment too for the Falcons, the Akarana Falcons. Up on the scoreboard, confidence growing. Sikene angles to the left and gets it away. Over the top, ambitious with the rainbow ball into the corner. Takitimu Cook sends it on the inside. And the charge towards the line comes a cropper, but only 5 metres out as Paris Pickering will play the football. Look out, Canterbury. The Falcons have got their eye on you. And back into the fray comes Takitimu Cook. Great defence, as it turns out. Solid and gutsy attitude on display here for Canterbury.
Yeah, that was hungry defence, wasn't it? You could see Akarana just absolutely pinning at it. They look like they had numbers there on that right-hand side, with Lydia Turua Quigley just getting her players set on that right hand. So unlucky to finish there, but fantastic defence from Canterbury.
Really had to scramble, Taylor? So, you know, that's what everyone's hoping for. That's what the team connections are wanting. A bit of fight as well. And Sears, she's really been the glue here for the Canterbury effort, the number 9.
Yeah, and their coach, Joseph Purcell Mika, will be very pleased with the defensive effort. That's what he was talking about coming into this match. And then they're all coming off the back of playing against Wellington Orcas last week, which is they're a huge defensive side as well. So it's great preparation for that.
Lots to like here about Sears and the way she plays. Of course, plays for Canterbury Rugby. I'm wondering if she played yesterday. That's the thing. She's looking a bit ginger that time around coming out of the ruck.
Oh, it's fantastic to see Union and Lee cross over. Not everyone's a big fan of it, but I just think it just adds so much to your toolbox as well.
Well, they've got the athleticism, know how to tackle and protect themselves. Certainly like to run the football in both codes. That's making for exciting sport across the board. And up quickly to force the turnover successfully. The Falcons into the hands of Moana Cook.
Yeah.
Muscled to ground by Lynch Brown.
Yeah, that was great work from Alicia Taylor. she just flew up and put on that pressure with the defence, forcing that turnover. And good collection from Moana Cook too. You could see Akarana, they're already set with numbers left and right. And another penalty there. You could see it was going the other way in the first half, but now it's all Akarana at the moment. You can feel the energy and the confidence coming from their side.
It was Henny Leata, the teammates called her Henny. Little bit of a show and then holding on to it. Uelese Purcell. Oh, this is good work. Here's Moana Cook. They can sense it and smell blood on the water at the moment. The Falcons back on the inside with a charging run to Malaisea. Look out, Canterbury. The Falcons are coming calling. They're revving up the big V8 engines, the Falcons. Here they come. Good run this time around, 2 from Alicia Taylor. Well, she might be playing out a second tier, but she's making her name known. And here's the chance to the line. Beautiful finish for Kaya Day. And that try, well, the build-up to it, you started to get the feeling that there was something happening here for the Falcons. And Ade was in and scores a beautiful try for them.
Absolutely. Well, you saw there Lydia Turua Quidley just slightly straightened up there. And then it's a beautiful line from Kaya Tai as well. They had the numbers on the right-hand side, but she decided to, the right foot step, straighten up and just go against the grain of the defence. Finding weak shoulders, but nothing but the line. Fantastic run from Alicia Taylor too, originally just to set that up.
When we talk of Lydia Turua Quedley, obviously she's played internationals too with the Cook Islands there.
Yeah.
So she knows her way around the footy field, and Takitimu Cook will add the extras. But yeah, there's no substitute for experience, and let's face it, the game's won with a bit of brawn, but mostly with brains, eh, Taylor?
Absolutely. Well, Lydia Turua Quidley, like you said, she represented the Cook Islands, but she's just one of those ball players that looks like she has so much time with the ball. And she's had a little bit of a union background too. She played in the midfield for Auckland FPC a couple of years ago. Went away, had a baby, and then come back and put on a strong performance in the rugby league. It's fantastic to see her. She's a great ball player.
28-14, the crowd have been very much in behind the local team. They will have to get in behind them even more too, because, well, with the confidence up here for the Falcons and nothing to lose, they might start giving the ball plenty of latitude as well. I mean, they've been grinding through the middle very effectively, but they've got some real talent out wide, so could be a real threat here for Canterbury. And if you've played this is your second game in 2 games, not quite sure which players that affects perhaps this one that we're looking at. You can expect the gas tank to be pretty empty too. There's still 20 minutes to play here in Christchurch.
Yeah, just to be able to back up playing rugby on Saturday, league on the Sunday, just a lot for your body. And especially when you're a player like Caitlin Sears, who doesn't just hide down the back, she's amongst everything.
But there's still a lot of swagger going on from both teams. It's lovely to see. Katie Ardorn are working hard. Back rower in 13. Here's her opposite. Little shuffle ball to the right. There's one off drop. Moana Cook. Of course, the experienced players asked to do big minutes. Umanga across the top on the tackle. The runner there was Malaisea. This is Alicia Taylor. Alicia's done well since she's come on.
Yeah, she's had a couple of massive runs already. She gets that good go forward for her side. I know she put together the Greyhounds side over in the North Shore, who haven't had a league team in a number of years, so she's a big advocate of growing the game as well, and great to see her back out there.
Bit of a challenge to all the clubs around the country too. If you've got men's rugby league, what's your focus on developing the women's game? There's huge interest in secondary school wahine, and of course, you know, the stepping stones need to be there for them to continue playing through 17s as young women, and of course into the open women's grade that we're covering here on Sky Sport, and pleased to do so as well. If you've just joined us, this is the NZRL Sky Sport Women's Premiership. 28-14, 52 gone. Well, Canterbury finding it difficult here as the Falcons' defensive structures start to brick wall them a little, certainly up through the middle.
Yeah, they're doing fantastic work. Akarana, they're throwing three players straight into that defence just to stack them and slow them down there. Just trying to take out the gas from the Canterbury side.
13 is out on with the play the ball inside once again. Trying to find a way through the middle. McGregor Pucko. Quick play the ball delivered up here. Canterbury, are they starting to get some roll on through Katie Aruna. Down the right edge. Nice little ball to Maui. Sharan Maui to play it for Sears. That pass, charged down, still alive. Picked up by Sears once again. Away for one. Make that two. Gets the ball out wide. Lovely pass. Out to Dana Napa. Napa for the corner. Driving across, but she's wrapped up. Good defence. Tunua Quidley. Across the top on the play the ball. And a whole shot down the left edge. Here's a run towards the line. And a beautiful run as well from Kalafe. McGregor Pucko. Once again. Anita Gates Thorne towards the line. Can Canterbury get across here? 54 gone. They're down 28-14. Is this the chance they've been waiting for? The turnaround, the chance to the line. Just unable to get the ball to ground. Harmony Simaele.
Oh, what a celebration, Akarana. Great defensive effort from there. Shania Louis and Moana Cook getting involved there. Trying to wrap up the player. Simiele, she's tough to stop when she's that close to the line, but fantastic effort there.
10 out from the line as Canterbury come peppering. Inside ball, she's been terrific since she's come on. That's Anita Gates Thorne. She's 5 out from the line. Sears pointing to the right, peels it to the left, grub it to the end goal, and the dive for the ball, I think's been successful. It has. Shade McGregor Pucko is in to score for Canterbury.
Oh, what a play from Canterbury. Unlucky there from Shania Louis from Akarana Falcons. Couldn't collect it. Here we saw a little beautifully weighted kick from Lynch Brown. Louis couldn't collect it, but just the chase continued from Canterbury, and that's exactly what you want. McGregor Pucko, just the... Oh, Caitlin Sears, sorry. No, that one should be saying Shade McGregor Pucko just to finish that one. That's what you want from the outsides. Never quit chasing on that one because you never know what the ball's going to do. It's unpredictable. And that one falling in the hands of Canterbury. Fantastic work.
Well, it just takes that one hand, doesn't it? A couple of fingers on the football. I didn't think she was going to get there. But yes, she did too. Well, she's one of the most experienced in the squad for Canterbury. Shade, as I say, she teaches at Highton Community Campus. And they took a team to the Nationals, so she's obviously fostering a love of the game as well among our rangatani. 10 points in it. This one important and successful. 28-20. Lots to like about what's on show here from these two quality teams as we get another look. Threading the needle.
Oh, fantastic work. It's just a quick reaction to McGregor Pucko. Fantastic celebration there. She knew she got that one down.
I hope you're enjoying the action and can stay with us as well for the second of our games this afternoon. It's the Whalers and the Counties Monaco Stingrays that's coming up. 2 o'clock kickoff. And I'll be joined in that commentary as well by Willie Poching.
The referee playing this game with sneakers, that's brave.
Very perceptive, Taylor Curtis. So what have we got left here in the last 13 minutes? There's 8 points in it. Can Canterbury come from behind and cause an upset? Here's the grind and the drive. Also the solid defense as well. Moana Vai. Good run, this time from Umanga. Ripina to her feet. Problematic at the back there for Alicia Taylor. Looks in some difficulty as Sears weaves beautifully through the traffic. Almost gets away at the back end of it all as well. Caitlin's been an outstanding contributor today for the Cantabrians. Up the middle they come once again through Hannah Parsons. In fact, it's Simaile. Can't put Simaile down. Eventually they do. 13 to play. Good meterage. 25 out now. Lynch Brown, here's the kick. Where's the chase? The bounce is on into the end goal, but it will beat everyone at the touch, where it's brought back by Takitimu Cook onto the 20-metre line.
Oh, what a great run initially. Harmony Simaile gaining plenty of metres in that one. Caitlin says next to that name too. With in terms of metres, both of them getting some good go forward. Now they want to flood Akarana Falcons here just because of the confidence that's brewing in this side.
Well, they want to force an error, don't they? Canterbury need the ball in this good field position. Oh, that's a crafty run. That's smooth. Try scorer Morris Ponga. She scored in the 24th minute. A good try down the right edge. Back up on the inside. Solid D coming in from MacArthur that time with Aruna. Look out for this danger woman. She's scragged to ground this time around. Amusa Tiro. Tuno Quendi with a kick. Taking it at the back. Confidently, Dana Napa.
Great kick chase from Akarana. 4-on-1 straight away. They could see the motion and be able to read the work of Turara quickly, just knowing that she was going to kick there.
Maui to her feet, Sharan. Long way from where they need to be though. Canterbury, that's a solid run. Good setup run for Umonga once again. Sears needs some support. This is a bit of a look-see through the middle. Nice run from MacArthur. Amusatilo, the tackler. MacArthur hurdles her, back it up, says the referee.
You can see just a little slight footwork there from Irene MacArthur. It just does all the difference, doesn't it? From your ball carriers just to keep the defence guessing.
Excitement here at Ngapunawai. 8 points in it. Can Canterbury come back and steal this one? Off the Aucklanders are in town. Look at the run through the middle. Oh, beautiful. Run at the referee. Rule one in life. Always run at the ref. And Paulina Morris Ponga, a scintillating run for a gain of 30 metres. Out of dummy half comes Takitimu Cook. She's wrapped up in the tackle of Gates Thorne. Tash Araya with the ball. Tash earns a penalty as well. A chance to just take a bit of a breather here.
What a great heads-up play. Pauline Morris Ponga originally just to get themselves out of trouble there. She could see the defence coming in from the left-hand side in front of her, so she just went against the grain where the defence wasn't set. Very smart, gained herself in a very good position for Akarana.
Araya once again, some fresh legs in this. She's worked hard on their fitness as well for the Richmond Roses. Holding it, here they come. Danger time, beautiful finish. And the fullback, Shania Louis, is the ultimate benefactor, but some lovely shape on attack here. And they just oozed confidence with that play from 15 out.
Yeah, all bodies in motion here. The option for front and back, but it was just beautifully timed as well. Just enough depth from there. Shania Louis on the end of that one. That's what you want from your fullback. Fantastic finish from Shania Louis on that one. Great to see.
Chimed in beautifully, huh? And the lead-up work. Well, everyone contributed there. So some great setup work. Nice to see Arai on the Tash Araya, sorry, in the mix. She handled a couple of times in the set prior. 32-20, kick to come from out wide. That responsibility for Kaylin Takitimu Cook. And again, just want to acknowledge all of the connections with Canterbury Rugby League. It's been such a powerhouse over the years. but all contact sports have gone through challenging times, not just rugby league. And it's certainly part of our role to encourage people to play. Yes, at the highest level, of course, but also club, juniors, regional. There's a lot of pride to be derived, a lot of wonderful relationships to celebrate in life by participating. Sadly, it feels the more professional and the more coverage our games have got, the bigger drop-off we're seeing from playing in club sport. Lovely. I thought it had gone all the way, Taylor, but not quite enough Weet-Bix this morning by the looks of that.
Yeah, she could see it. She's like, gutted. It was just a little bit short there. But great finish there from Akarana. They've been really good. Oh, they've been hammering that right-hand side, and that side time they went left. So they've just got so much talent across the board.
Now, you might think that Taylor Curtis is here as a commentator. She's actually been employed by the Stingrays as a spy. She's been sent into the commentary booth to find out who the danger people are and their opponents still to come, eh, Taylor?
Yeah.
Come on, first up.
Front row seat, yeah. We've got Akarana next week, so this is just me doing my analysis nice and early. Yeah.
Yes, of course. And who would you be looking out for after today's effort?
Definitely Roemata Amosatero. She was the one that initially got Akarana nice and early on the scoreboard. Such a strong ball carrier.
It's been a good quality game, though, right from start to finish. Hugely entertaining. Hope you've liked it at home. The crowd there have enjoyed themselves, and the players have given their all too. And they are not finished yet. And that's what you want to see, playing right to the last moment. Certainly the coaches will be looking for just that. Joseph Purcell.
What a big run from Joanna Uisiele Purcell. Just absolutely met the contact there.
You know, the women's game have a chance to celebrate different sized physiques. I say that very respectfully. In the men's game, you've almost got an omni physique. You know, you're 100 kg, you can play in the centre or the back row and at times in the propping position. And so we're seeing a loss of guys, big guys, carrying 120s, sometimes 130s, you know. But in the women's game, that hasn't happened. And let's celebrate it while we've got the chance. So some of our big footballers here today have played some good minutes, some powerhouse running, and they've got all their nippy teammates to play in that style. But hey, there's no substitute for that punch through the middle.
Absolutely, you need those strong ball carriers in your side. It just offers another part to your play. If you have a strong pack to work for you in front, then you just can be able to play off the back of it so easy. It also tires the opposition out a lot faster when you've got strong ball carriers and bigger women doing the muscle work in the middle.
It's case in point here, another good carry from Janaya Mata. She's done this all day, and each time attracts 3 defenders, so that thins out the defensive line, obviously. Here's another example, but the late pass finds the hands of Paige Roberts. Quite sure what happened then?
Yeah, that looked like it went slightly forward.
Oh,
just a little unfortunate for the Canterbury here, where we see just the replay. It looked like the ball initially
Little knock
bumbled
on
forward.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Good eyes from the ref.
Very good.
Keeping on his toes. And
Well done there, Mr. Whistleblowing ref. Good stuff. 4 minutes to full time.
Yeah, of course, in this competition, you're playing 35-minute halves, and the women at the club level, they're playing 40-minute halves, and that's what we want, where our competition wants to go later on.
You prefer 40s?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the teammates would prefer 40 as well. You've got the opportunity for that interchange, but you want to make the most out of the minutes that you get, and we just want to play.
There's something on the boil here again. This is a surging carry from Paris Pickering. 3.5 out for the try line. Now, as Mina Cook gets the ball on and crashing towards the line. The 25 still alive. Holding, and dummying and slicing is Monica Vai. Very good play from Vai. As I say, first game back, but looking very good. Let's have another look at Monica. She takes possession, holding it, kept them guessing, had runners outside. In the end, didn't need them at all.
Absolutely. She had the numbers, like you said, on the left-hand side, and the Canterbury defence were drifting hard, and she could recognise that. She'd already bet her defender one-on-one, so she just sliced through. Good, strong finish from Vai on that one. She's had a good touch of the ball and sleight of hand and all those opportunities that they've had on that left-hand edge, so she's been fantastic since she's come on.
And a chance to add the extras here for Caden Takitimu. When we look back across the game, though, of course, we came out at 18-14 at half-time. And despite the one try here for Canterbury, it's been 4 tries to that one, and, of course, ballooned it out. But Canterbury can hold their heads high, too. I'm sure that they will improve. Remember, this is game 2 of what's a relatively short premiership. 6 teams in it, play each other once and into finals. So a compressed format, but perhaps suits the players as well off the back of their club responsibilities. Kaylin Takitimu Cook this time. A little bit more gas, but it drifts to the left-hand side. She'll be slightly disappointed that she couldn't slot that one. Wind played against her, though, as we get another look.
Yeah, we shared options left, right, and centre. Moana Kai Vai just finishing that one off. She's such a good player. Little heads up. Just recognising the defence was slightly pushing off to the edge. Strong finish.
So you're enjoying the NRLW, and obviously we've got the international window as well coming up, Taylor.
Oh, absolutely. You can just see the talented players out there. They're actually warriors, aren't they? I know we've got the NRLW warriors coming through next year, but I just think rugby league players are warriors within themselves. They're just outstanding, fit, fast, strong, wahine in full action, and I just love every part of it.
The back rower steals the football there after a little mistake off the kickoff for the Falcons. They've only got half a minute as Katie Akarana plays the ball, and then here comes Janaya Mata once again. She's had a wonderful game, Janaya. She's to her feet. And another charging run, this time for Hannah Parsons. Six out for the try line now. Good opportunity for Canterbury to post last points. Back on the inside, a wall of Falcons are there. And no way through there for McGregor Paco. The hooter in the background. This is the last roll of the dice, and a little knock on to finish off as well. So the curtain comes down. What's happening here? The referee's playing on. And that's the curtain. And an entertaining game of rugby league. That's no doubt about that, Taylor Curtis.
Yeah, it's been such an enjoyment to watch these two teams go at it, especially in that first half being so close. And then the second, Akarana finally found their straps and just came back, completely dominating that one. And a great array of talent across the board.
36-20, hats off to the supporters at Punawai. We'll just get a chance to have a look at the highlights. We'll also get some thoughts from the captains of both squads as well as we wrap this one up in round 2 of the Premiership for our women. Great to have you with us here on Sky Sport. Let's have a look at the highlights. And it was 18-14 at half-time. This is how it started, though. Yeah. And it was Musa Tira who got away, just a dummy. Thought, oh, heck, that's a bit dangerous.
All too easy, just catching off the nerves a little bit from the start of the match, 30 seconds into it. But then a great wee reply there from Lupe Manu from the Canterbury side just to get on that right-hand edge. And then it was full game on between them, going toe for toe. And then again we said Amos Otero, little show and go. She's such a good, strong ball carrier, and she doesn't need much support around her either.
Yeah, she's a good player, all right, no doubt about that. This is Aruna on the shine, bounced out of the defence. Thought for a moment that there's some shepherding. Referee didn't think so as well.
Yeah, and then they're able to reply very quickly with a slight interchange, keeping the ball alive. The tackle wasn't completed there, so it gave Akarana the ability just to absolutely execute it on the left-hand side through Pauline Morris-Ponga.
And the next one was, I think, Roberts, who gets hold of the football. Paige Roberts down the right end. Had to just check herself first before she went into the ball. So 18-14 at the half-time break. Pickering was first to score. That was 4 minutes after the break. And that was one of 4 tries scored by the Falcons in the second 40. Atai was next. Nice run for Atai.
Yeah, they had been penetrating that right-hand side 2 times, and they've been painting a picture. Atai always cutting in, and that one reaped the rewards on getting the 4 points for her side, and then a great little chase there from the Canterbury side. McGregor, Paco just to finish it on. Louis couldn't collect the ball, but it fell in favour of Canterbury.
Well, Louis made up for it for this chime in to pick up the second to last try, and it was Va'ai who sealed the deal. And a classy showing here, 36-20 for the Akarana Falcons. Of course, they'll be facing the Stingrays next week, and this is a nice touch too, as we see the 2 teams coming together in celebration of Women's Rugby League. And it's a great sight as well. Hope you enjoyed the action at home. 36-20. We can go to the skippers and get some thoughts now.
Kaya, big game for your team out there today, and good victory.
Yeah, it was good victory. Good to come down here and get the win.
Almost similar score to last year, but whereabouts do you think your girls took it to them today?
I think definitely in the second half we improved a lot more. Our completion rate was better. In the first half we were just in our 50 the whole time. But when we did get into our good ball, we scored, which was good.
Cool. Obviously a road trip home now, but what are you looking forward to ahead of next week's game?
Got heaps of things to improve on, especially heading into a big game next week. County's probably one of the good teams in the comp. So yeah, we've got a lot to work on this week heading into next week's game.
Cool, well all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations to the Akarana Falcons, but they're going to get it tough next week, eh, Taylor Curtis? Are you promising to play out of your skin to knock them over next week? In fact, we'll save that thought, Taylor. I think we're right to go across and get some thoughts from the captain of the other squad. Counties Monaco Stingrays next week against the Falcons. Taylor will be featuring in those Stingrays. Back to Punawai.
Shade, not quite the result, same result as last week, but the girls put in an admirable performance out there, yeah?
Tuatahi rā ka mihia ki o mātou kai tautoko, nā rātou te tautoko, e kahana mātou I tēnei whira kia tākoro I tēnei kēmu, nō reira ko tēnei, e tuku arohana kia rātou, e tautoko ana I a mātou, ngā kai tautoko pūtia, tēnā rā koutou. Yeah, not the result we wanted today, but you know, we come out firing. We always knew it was going to be a tough game. So despite the loss, you know, I know my girls gave their best efforts today, and I know that we really gave it to the Falcons and we didn't let them have it on a plate today, so I know they had to work for it.
Your defence has been a real focus, I think, of these first 2 games. You know, is that something you guys have really been working on? Yeah,
for sure. We know that that's something that we need to really work on to be dominant with, because if not, we know that a game can be lost through that, especially through our middle. So we know that with focus on our defence, then that's going to give us the breathers that we need on the defence line, but also give us more energy on attack.
Awesome, and first game on the road next week. What will be the focus this week's training ahead of that one?
Again, defence, you know, I feel like we can't put enough stress on defence. The more we can do there and the more damage we can do, like I said, the more energy we're going to have for attack. So if we can really hone down on our defence, really work on those 1%ers and do the most there, really control the ruck, then we're going to, be able to do that good stuff on attack.
Awesome. Well, all the best for next week and the rest of the season.
Tēnā koe, o tira, tēnā tātou, ko tāku, e aro ana ki te kaupapa, e haere ake nei, ara ko te wiki o te reo Māori, nō reira ko tōku reo, tōku oho, ko tōku reo, tōku māpihi mauria. Nō reira tēnei, te mihi aroha ki a koutou katoa, e tautoko ana i a mātou o Waitaha. Kia ora. Thank you.
Ai la, mauri ora kia koe te tuihine, ai, te wiki o te reo Māori ki e kaha, kia mau ki tō reo Māori, kia ora la koe e te tuihine. Great to have Shade acknowledging Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori. And of course we've got the Vulcans and the Bulls in week 3. And that's live on Sky Sport. And coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon, it's the Otago Whalers. They'll be lining up against the county's Monaco Stingrays. That from Forsyth Bar Stadium, North Te Pote in Dunedin. Thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon and hope you enjoyed the game from Ngā Punawai Stadium. Full time, 36-20 from me, Dale, and of course Taylor Curtis, kia koe ngā mihi. Great to work alongside you and looking forward to seeing you out on the track next week, Taylor.
Always a privilege. Thank you so much. And what an outstanding game. Can't wait for next week. Hopefully you're calling that game. Hopefully we give you something to look forward to.
Nice working with you, Taylor. Thanks so much. And enjoyed the game very much. Hope you did too. Stay with us. More to come here on Sky Sport this afternoon. But we'll bid you farewell from Ngā Punawai Stadium in Christchurch as we celebrate Women's Rugby League on the home of League in Aotearoa, Sky Sport.